Hi friends, and welcome back to another week of adventuring with me, Angie. Last week I was humbled by a tree and spent 4 whole days cleaning it up before exploring some of the nature in town. But this week is all about leaning into the slow adventure life outside as I find myself navigating some country woes, fishing at a secluded alpine lake, camping with a friend, and trying some new recipes in the home. Come with me as I weave together the gentle threads of my life and allow myself permission to start settling in. Another week, another challenge. I've mentioned the overgrown gardens and decided to dive into the overwhelming task of de-weeding them. This space has been neglected over the years, and as I clear one small patch at a time of what is no longer needed here, I find myself reflecting on the parallels between this physical work and my inner journey. Each layer I clear on the land reminds me of the layers I'm unearthing in myself, clearing the neglected corners of my being and removing all the things I no longer need as well. It's exhausting work, physically and emotionally, but I can already see the room I'm making for new growth and fresh perspectives. I just spent a couple hours on my computer. I decided to continue working on the land because I have such dreams for what I want this to be. You can actually see the house, it's insane. Also, how beautiful is this spot right here? Wow, I'm just gonna stare at this beautiful clearing and fantasize about a hot tub in there. During my cleanup, I picked some wildflowers and decided to bring them in the house to decorate. I finished the night by sitting on my front porch and enjoying a well-deserved joint. I absolutely love sitting out here and listening to all the bugs and the frogs and the wind.
Nice.
Morning. I leave in 6 days for Japan. This trip to Japan is kind of stressing me out. I booked these tickets years ago. It was pre-COVID. We had to move them because of COVID. We had to move them again because borders were still closed. And now we're finally going this summer. When I booked the tickets, I really wanted to go to Japan. In the last few years, I've not so much wanted to go, and not because I don't think it would be fun, but I just feel like I have some different priorities and plans in place, and I kind of feel like going to Japan is this huge departure from all these things I've been working towards. I've definitely noticed myself going inward on the land and really using the time in quiet to reflect what it is that I want in this life. And I know I keep saying that, but I haven't had that time before. Okay, PG&E just called.
The outage in the area that includes your address is now affecting 2004 customers.
While I do live predominantly off the grid, the one public utility that I have is electric, and the sudden power outage reminded me of the importance of being prepared in these remote woods. Because I live in a high fire area, PG&E takes extra precautions and automatically shuts off power when the weather is either too hot, there are storms outside, or there's any physical damage to a pole or power box. AKA, it goes off a lot and we never know when it's going to come back on. So I actually have a friend joining me today. They are coming all the way up from Oakland.
I bought you guys a slack line. I just never used it.
I love
I
it.
don't have trees.
Yeah. Oliver's going to teach us how to fish.
Hi.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Careful.
Okay.
That little piece right? Yeah, this is it. Yay!
I can touch you. It's slimy, but I can touch.
You can touch.
Oh, it's cold. This actually feels really good when you just breathe.
I don't believe you.
And it's actually pretty solid.
Okay.
It's crazy. Laying in these waters, I've come to realize that this journey is not just about creating ease and peace. It's about giving myself permission to explore what I'm curious about and allow myself to reflect on who I've been. Each day I wake up and can decide what I want to do. Not what I have to do or what I think I should do, but what I want to do. In order to answer that, I need to know who I am. Don't worry, I'm gonna get us dinner, everyone. This time now is so special to me because I get to look at all the pieces of myself and decide which ones I want to hold on to and which ones I'm ready to clear for new experiences. I'm finally allowing myself the space to unravel my layers and discover the depths of who I am. This newfound self-exploration is transforming the very essence of my existence, and I know it will transform everything I come into contact with. It's going in. I don't remember the last time I just spent hours cooking and was inspired on a whim to make something and did it that very same night. I made a roasted chicken with lemon, rosemary, thyme, and a lot of butter, and a rosemary, olive oil, lemon pound cake with Meyer lemons grated into it and juiced into it as well. It felt like the perfect spring meal to have with a friend over. Good morning. I have like a sugar hangover from the pound cake. We go to Japan in 2 days. I noticed that there's a lot of overgrowth on one of the driveways. Oh my God. It's hot out. It's really hot out. I'm gonna go to the river. I'm so hot. I'm gonna take my friend Oliver. I think they just woke up and see if we can't cool down a little bit. Made it to the river. So beautiful.
Honestly, it's not that bad.
Put a little bit more in.
It's pretty fucking cold. Holy shit. Yeah, no.
This land, this experience, it's more than just a house and a home to me. It feels like a portal to a self I only ever dreamed of. I can feel the stagnant energy stir in and around me, and new possibilities are starting to poke through. Super grateful right now. It's both beautiful and heartbreaking as I make space for the next me and mourn the one that I've been this whole time. I've brought Enzo before, but he doesn't really like it. Yeah. I absolutely loved having Oliver up here and spending the weekend in the water. I'm reminded quickly how good it feels to move in the sun and play outside, and I find myself vowing to do it more often. I mapped 51 lakes within a 1-hour drive of me, and I fully intend to visit as many as I can. If you enjoyed this week, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any adventures. Thank you again for joining me this week, and drop me a note in the comments with where you've been playing outside lately. See you next week.